To all the seniors of Millburn High School, best of luck in all of your future endeavors. Morristown-Beard class of 2022, we will begin with number 2, midfielder, William Baum. Will has played for 7 years in the MBS lacrosse program beginning in our middle school. Will is a 3x4 athlete who also played football and basketball for all 4 years of his high school career. Will is an active member of our community service club. He will attend Elon University where he plans to play club lacrosse. Will is accompanied today by his parents, Matt and Marnie Baum. Congratulations, number 2, Will Baum. Number 5, midfielder, Andrew Levy. Andrew has played for 3 years in the MBS lacrosse program. Andrew is also a member of our varsity boys soccer team for the past 4 years. Andrew is an active member of the BFI, entrepreneurship, and community service clubs. He will attend Tulane University where he plans to play club soccer. Andrew also enjoys fishing, golfing, playing tennis, and snowboarding. Today he is accompanied by his mother, Stephanie Levy. Congratulations, number 5, Andrew Levy. Number 6, midfielder and captain, James Marinello. Or 9. James has played for 4 years in the MBS lacrosse program and is also a member of the BBL Black team. James has been a standout varsity football player for MBS, serving as a 4-year starter at quarterback and captain his senior year. James is the senior class president and also writes and takes pictures for our school newspaper. He is also a writing tutor and enjoys photography. James is currently undecided between University of Maryland and Clemson. He is accompanied today by his parents, Jill and Sal Marinello. Congratulations, number 9, James Marinello. Number 18, long stick midfield defense and captain, Charlie Guida. Charlie has played 4 years in the MBS lacrosse program. In addition, he has played for the Summit lacrosse program, Patriot, and BBL travel teams. Charlie was also a 4-year member of the MBS boys hockey program. Charlie is an active member of the Conservative Club. He will be attending the Hun School next year as a postgraduate student where he will continue his hockey and lacrosse careers. Charlie is accompanied today by his parents, Meredith and Andrew Guida. Congratulations, number 18, Charlie Guida. Number 19, defensive midfielder, Jacob Schur. Jacob has played for the MBS lacrosse program for 2 years. He is also a member of our boys tennis team and our varsity boys soccer team for 4 years, serving as captain. Jacob is the president of the Friendship Circle Club and an active member of the Kaleidoscope and Chess Clubs. He has participated in the Diversity Leadership Summit and the Racial Diversity Task Force. He has also been a member of various leadership and facilitator trainings here at MBS. Jacob is a lifeguard in the summer when he is not traveling. He enjoys working out, watching movies, hanging out with his friends and his brother. Jacob will be attending the University of Richmond, where he is thinking of playing club rugby, soccer, or lacrosse. He is accompanied today by his mother, Laura, and his brother, Adam. Congratulations, number 19, Jacob Schur. Number 20, defense midfielder, Nick Johnson. Nick has played for 4 years in the MBS lacrosse program. He is also a 4-year letter winner on our ski racing team. Nick is an active member of our Ultimate Frisbee and Civil Discourse clubs. He enjoys sailing outside of his MBS commitments. Nick will be attending Tulane University, where he will be a member of their sailing team. Nick is accompanied today by his parents, Ann and Kevin Johnson. Congratulations, number 20, Nick Johnson. Number 21, midfielder, attack, Tyler Zachary. Tyler has played for 4 years in the MBS lacrosse program. In addition, he played in our boys soccer program for 3 years, serving as the co-manager his senior year. Tyler is an active writing tutor in the MBS Center for Academic Writing and serves as a Crimson Ambassador. Tyler serves as a summer camp counselor and a volunteer at a local food pantry. He will be attending Boston College in the fall. He is accompanied by his parents today, Maggie and Sharif Zachary. Congratulations, number 21, Tyler Zachary. Number 23, defenseman Pearson Baum. Pearson has played for 7 years in the MBS lacrosse program beginning in our middle school. Pearson has also been a member of our varsity football team for 4 years and boys basketball for 2 years. Pearson will be attending Southern Methodist University, where he plans to play club lacrosse. Pearson is accompanied today by his parents, Marnie and Matt Baum. Congratulations, number 23, Pearson Baum. Number 24, defenseman and captain Dante Marinello. Dante has played for 4 years in the MBS lacrosse program and also a 4-year varsity member of our football team. Dante also plays for the BBL Black Club lacrosse team. He is a member of the BFI Club and a writing tutor in the MBS Center for Academic Writing. Dante works youth lacrosse camps and clinics and is an accomplished pianist. Dante will be attending UMBC, where he will continue his lacrosse career. He is accompanied today by his parents, Jill and Sal Marinello. Number 24, Dante Marinello. Number 26, long stick midfielder Jackson Downey. Jackson has played for 4 years in the MBS lacrosse program. He is a 3x4 athlete who has participated for 4 years in both our boys soccer, ski racing, and lacrosse programs. Jackson is an avid surfer outside of his MBS commitments. He will be attending the University of San Diego, where he plans to participate in curling. He is accompanied by his parents, Terry and James Downey. Congratulations, number 26, Jackson Downey. Number 32, midfielder Connor Atkins. Connor has played for 7 years in the MBS lacrosse program beginning in his middle school years. Connor is also a 4-year member of our boys soccer program and participates in academy soccer outside of MBS. Connor will be attending the University of Dayton. Today, he is accompanied by his parents, Michelle and John Atkins. Congratulations, number 32, Connor Atkins. This time, we would like to congratulate the entire class of 2022 from Morristown-Beard and Millburn High School. Good luck in your game today. Boys, we would just ask that you and your parents do a quick group shot with our photographer. Thank you, and enjoy the afternoon.
And we welcome you here to the Morristown-Beard School in Morristown, New Jersey for New Jersey High School Lacrosse, live here on Play-by-Play Production. Simon Rosenwasser here with you. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Morristown-Beard Crimson on Senior Day. Will Baum, the midi, is in the starting lineup. Charlie Gibbs between the pipes. David Stolberger among the team leaders in goals scored, along with Brandon Tartaglione, who is also in the starting lineup at the bottom of that graphic. Long stick midfield, Will McDonald, Charlie Guida, Tyler Zachary, Pearson Baum, Dante Marinello, Buddy Velastro, and there you see Brandon Tartaglione. Bright future for him. Crimson coming in, they're 2-5, 2-2 in the NJILL. Millburn playing in the same division, 6-1, and they're 5-1 in conference. Going to be a good battle at the face-off X today. Buddy Velastro in the middle, going up against Sid Rabinowitz, the senior for Millburn, with 78 face-offs won in 112 tries. So two guys who have had some success this year. It's Velastro who wins it for the Crimson. We are off and running here from Morristown, New Jersey. Glad you're with us here on Play-by-Play Productions. 50-50 ball in the midfield picked up here by Millburn. Early turnover against the Crimson. Dylan now brought with it and all the way in on goal. Quickly, the first touch for Charlie Gibbs, the goaltender for Morristown-Beard. Quick offense there from Millburn. And now the Crimson trying to settle in the opening moments here of this one. Tyler Zachary. And now Connor Atkins working around the perimeter. Behind it, Stolberger. Stolberger working on his man. And it's Quentin Keene defending. No shot clock visible for us. Long, sustained possessions oftentimes in boys lacrosse. This is David Stolberger. Atkins. And the shot, score for Mo Baird. One to nothing Morristown-Beard, and it was nearly 2-0, but the save made by Millburn's Griffin Geller. Kicked around in the midfield, pops up. Back to the Crimson. Charlie Guida fighting for it for Morristown-Beard. Settles in, pivots back. And it's Brandon Tartaglione, written by Zach Evenchick. As the Crimson work behind the cage, Stolberger. Now Tartaglione takes a screen. Tartaglione around it. Good defense from James Geller. Going Going to ride him all the way out to the perimeter. 3 minutes into the game, 1-0 Morristown-Beard. This is Will Baum. Fires, and getting a piece was Geller. Tyler Zachary on the back end, able to win the race, so possession remains with Baird. Zachary for Jackson Downey. Cross near midfield, this is Will Baum. Baum shakes, Baum shoots, and the save by Geller. Good wheels from Evenchick right up the gut. Open green for Wilk. And now Millburn for the first time, it seems, all game looking to settle in offensively here. Jesse Schwartz with the ball. Schwartz works it back. It's Quentin Keene. Now goal line extended near side, Jake Fishkin. Around with Ethan Shapiro getting a touch. Shapiro receiving back here. We'll see if Millburn wants to make its move. As Baird stays patient defensively. Each individual manning their assignments so far. And now Millburn will look to get it going. Jackson Downey not allowing much. Good defense from him. And then a loose ball. Touched by Downey. Will McDonald drawing a yellow flag. And the Crimson, with a good defensive effort, will put them a man up. So a long Millburn possession when the Crimson were able to stay patient defensively, eventually get that turnover. And one up, just getting a turnover, drawing that penalty as well. And it'll put them on the offense in good shape. So here come the Crimson in their white jerseys, moving right to left here on Senior Day. A beautiful day from Morristown, with a shot fired over the cage by Dante Marinello. 3 goals this year for Dante. Him and his brother James, mainstays in both the lacrosse programs and, of course, football as well. And so their last senior day as Baird athletes. Dante Marinello defensively going to lead to a turnover. And it's picked up by Guida. Charlie Guida on the move. Might have gotten deflected. And the race won by the Crimson, as Stolberger will restart from behind the Millburn net. 1-0, first quarter of action. NJ matchup between Baird and Millburn. Early parts of the season, but that team identity starting to come into form. Players, their chemistry certainly on the Baird side. A lot of these guys have played together for years and years. But some young guns that they're working into the chemistry as well. Here comes Millburn on the run. A bouncing shot goes over the net. And the dive from Morristown-Baird's Charlie Guida to try to win the race. It's called in favor of Millburn. Evenchick slows the pace here for Millburn. Now Dylan now, the freshman with 8 goals this year. Evenchick with 9. Sid Rabinowitz among the leaders for Millburn as well. Team coming off a 16-1 victory against Nutley on the 20th. Lost to Livingston 8-2. Millburn also lost to Livingston this year. So a common opponent. Good lacrosse in North Jersey. Here's Millburn getting on the board. Jake Fishkin, 8th of the season. It's 1-0 Millburn. 1-1 as they tie this game up with 4:35 left in the first. Back to the face-off X. And the 50-50 ball won by Millburn. So tying the game up, a chance to go in front now as we reach the latter stages of the first quarter. Still looking for official confirmation on that first goal for Morristown-Beard. Number 5, I believe wearing a different jersey today as the one provided. So we'll get confirmation on that Morristown-Beard goal. Shot flung wide, backed up by Millburn. 4 minutes to play. Charlie Gibbs, the junior goalie, looking through the netting at the battle happening behind him. And Morristown-Beard able to come away with this one. Pearson Baum will start the clear. Wilbaum from Pearson. Up the line, it goes to Brendan Tartaglione. Safely controlled by Morristown-Beard. Well done up the field. It's Tartaglione, the dangerous sophomore, looking to get on that left shot. He pulls the trigger off of a Millburn body. It'll stay with Millburn. Backed up by Max Messino, another a junior on this team. Three goals for Messino this year. Here is Messino with a little shove from Jack Knechtel. Messino maintains possession. Back to Tartaglione, gets through him. Flip back in. Stick of Stolberger keeping it alive for the Crimson. Ridden by 2 Millburn players. And Stolberger, good stick work to maintain possession. Well done. Now it's Jackson Downey to Tartaglione on the doorstep. One more was too much as it went through Tyler Zachary. Good looking tic-tac-toe work from the Crimson. But the finishing touch wasn't there to keep this game tied at 1. Dylan Anow as Millburn gets back on the attack. Quick turnaround, good save. Charlie Gibbs. Tyler Zachary helping out on the long ground ball. Picked up by the Crimson. Good physical work, but out of the pack comes Millburn. Rosenberg having a little bit of trouble, but finally settles down. And it's Jack Fishkin now on the ball with Millburn. Jack Whitty, 10 goals this year for Millburn. That leads the team. Relatively quiet here in the first quarter. Final minutes here of the first. Tie game. Good even boys lacrosse action back and forth over the first 10 minutes or so. And here comes Millburn to start to make its move on this possession. Anow pivots back for Evenchick. Shot from an odd angle, seen well by Charlie Gibbs. Charlie Guida brings it all the way into the offensive zone. Tartaglione has the ball in his stick, far side. Tartaglione spinning on the defender, working it near the crease. Here comes Griffin Geller to sweep it up, spin through some traffic. Geller, the goalie, with some wheels up the field. Taken down from behind. Now it's Mo Baird coming the other way without a Millburn goalie in. Marinello can't get the shot off. Comes all the way back. And a great chance there for the Crimson. Will McDonald. Across the way for Charlie Guida, 10 seconds left. Final ticks of the first quarter, it's Marinello. And it goes through a couple Crimson players. The score 1-1 after 1 here on Play by Play Productions. We welcome you back here to Morristown. Start of the second quarter between the Crimson and Millburn. As we look at the recent results for Morristown-Beard. See going down to Mendham, 11-3. Verona, a win there, 14-7. That big loss against Livingston, 13 goals. And 6-5, the win against Cranford. Second quarter ready to begin. The goal for Morristown-Beard scored by Andrew Levy. Listed as number 25, but he's number 5. Levy with a good play at the end of the half as well. The Crimson taking advantage of their opportunities. It's Buddy Velastro with a physical face-off, and then he sweeps it up. Crimson right back on the attack in a 1-1 game. Start of the second quarter. Strong Millburn team. Looked at the Morristown-Beard results. We'll look at the Millburn results if we get a moment. Crimson settle in on the attack once again. This is Will Baum. Open man, now David Stolberger. Stolberger spins, goal line extended. No shooting lane, he puts it wide. Tartaglione is there to back it up, goes right into his stick. And keeps the Crimson on the move here on the offensive front foot. Max Messino for Will Baum. Johnson flicks it back to Baum. Only returning starter from last year's offense. Got a high lacrosse IQ. Sees the open man across the way. Out of the stick of Messino. He keeps possession. And now Tartaglione. Bodying his way near the goal. Spinning it wide. And it's backed up by Mo Baird. It's a good, long, sustained 2-minute possession here for Morristown-Beard. A couple good chances. Winning the face-off. And allowing the Crimson to dictate the tempo here in the early parts of the second quarter. This is Max Messino. Little burst of speed for Messino, and he scores. It's 2-1 Mo Baird. Fourth goal of the season for the junior midfielder. So Mo Baird strikes first, Andrew Levy, then Fishkin answers. Messino gets Mo Baird back up by 1. Millburn back with possession, now trying to tie this game up. Brian Roth and Mike Gilligan, the two coaches. Millburn in first place in the division. Madison in second. Mo Baird right now situated in third. But Millburn and Madison, two strong starts to the seasons in the NJILL Bianchi division. Good block by Mo Baird. And the ground ball with the shove by Andrew Levy. Another one for good measure. The whistle will stop play, though, and we're headed back the other way for Millburn. Andrew Levy, bulldog-like approach across the turf today at Morristown-Beard School. Jake Fishkin. Jesse Schwartz at the top, back here to Fishkin. And the sophomore, 7 goals on the year. Long pass, another across the goal mouth, and it's picked up by the Crimson. Dante Marinello spells the danger. And here's Dante up the field, across the 50-yard line here on the football field. Burke Memorial Field here at Morristown-Beard School. 2-1 Crimson lead. Just about 5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter as the Crimson give up possession. Scooped up by Quentin Keene. Across the way to Geller, James Geller. And Jesse Schwartz. Room for Shapiro. And now Anow. Here's Dylan Anow behind the net. Little shove there from Pearson Baum. And a shot from distance, bounces over the goaltender and Charlie Gibbs. Millburn back on possession. Charlie Guida defending. Flip to Jesse Schwartz. And now Anow, who shoots, and another save by Charlie Gibbs. Great year this year for Charlie. First year starting between the pipes, but has done a really nice job integrating the defense. And he keeps the game 2-1, relatively low scoring. Considering Millburn scored 16 goals their last time out. Again, the win over Nutley. Tartaglione looking for his first, loses possession. More good physical defense, this time from James Geller, and Griffin Geller, the senior goalie, got a touch as well. Ground ball battle with timeout being called by Millburn. So Millburn calls timeout with 5:33 left in quarter number 2. Goals by Andrew Levy and Max Messino for Morristown-Beard. And for Millburn, it's Fishkin. Let's take a look at the recent results for the Millburn Millers. Again, that 16-goal performance against Nutley. The loss to Livingston, a tough squad this year. Up in North Jersey, Hanover Park, the 17-8 win, and Old Bridge, the 6-5 win. Those are your recent results for Millburn. 6-1 overall. Again, 5-1 in conference. Next up, we'll face Cranford and Columbia, but a strong start to the season for Brian Roth and Mike Gilligan. Good blend of veteran attackers and new faces into the Millburn Miller program. It looks like the JV team has arrived here to the Morristown-Beard School. Millburn JV looking very patriotic. And so they must be playing after this game. So after the Millburn timeout, the situation is 5:33 left here in the quarter. 2-1. Morristown-Beard leads in the game. And Millburn back on the ball. Dylan Anow across to Sid Rabinowitz. Miller's looking for the tie. It's Rabinowitz with Jacob Schur right with him. Step for step. No shooting lane, so Millburn will try the other way. Jack Whitty. Sid Rabinowitz. And Evenchick. Still no shot coming from Millburn. More patient offense. Maybe it's Dylan Anow. It is, and it's a goal. For the Millers, it's 2-2 here in the second. 9th goal of the year for the 9th grader. We got ourselves a battle here early on. So plenty of lacrosse to be played, but 4:32 left in the second quarter. Got all twos on the scoreboard. Buddy Velastro won the faceoff, but then his pocket was picked by Millburn. Jake Rosenberg took it away. Griffin Giller gonna try for the long ball and play in center field. Well done by Jesse Schwartz. He draws a flag as well. Comes right back out. Millburn on the attack, and they score. Jack Whitty puts it home. From defense to offense, Jesse Schwartz catching the fly ball from Griffin Geller. You wonder if he gets an assist on that one. Oh, the whistle blew. Quick restart for Millburn. And I believe the penalty still stands, so Millburn still with a man advantage. So the cross check is against Morristown-Beard. There'll be a man down. And a big swing in the game as Millburn takes the 3-2 lead. Timeout called here. Morristown-Beard takes it 3-2, the score, 3:49 left in the second quarter. We'll take a quick audio break here on Play by Play Productions. And we welcome you back. We look at Brendan Tartaglione, the leading scorer for the Morristown-Beard Crimson, wearing number 50 today. 9 goals, 7 assists, 16 points, 27 ground balls. Bright future for Tartaglione. And he's got the ball. He's scoring for the Crimson. Brendan Tartaglione ties the game at 3. And the goal's starting to pour in here in the second quarter. That's the third goal in the last minute of play. I'll tell you what, that's good producing. We show his graphic, and then 10 seconds later, he scores a goal. Ethan Carpenter, our director here from the Morristown-Beard School. Looks like we got another timeout. 3:36 left here in the quarter. So the pace has slowed a little bit. And we'll look at a by-the-numbers graphic for one of the Millburn players as well. And Zach Lipton, who's been racking up the stats. 21 goals, 16 assists this year, 15 ground balls, and how about 4 games with 3+ goals? Lipton scoring them, but he's leading his team in the assist department as well. Impressive stuff from the sophomore for the Millburn Millers. And so Millburn breaks the huddle with Lipton coming back out. Has been relatively quiet here in this one, though his team with a 3-3 tie as it stands. Baird got the first goal. Millburn answered. Baird got the second goal. Millburn with 2 in a row, and that's the only time that that's happened in this game. And then Baird, just a couple moments ago before the timeout, Brendan Tartaglione with the 3-3 tying goal. Millburn possession as we're back to the action. Final minutes here in the first half. Ethan Shapiro. Some quicker movement from the Millburn offense as they take a shot early on in the timer. Remember, Baird was playing a man down as well. I believe the penalty has released, and so we're even strength between the teams, but Tartaglione scored it a man down. Here comes the Crimson the other way with Charlie Guida. Guida spinning out of the pressure from Evenchick. And then the long stick comes in from James Geller. Geller on the move for the Millers. Geller shoots right into the goalie stick of Charlie Gibbs. He's moving the Crimson the other way with Pallone. Unsettled situation as it's picked up and spun out of traffic by Zach Evenchick. And there's the man, Zach Lipton, that we talked about, scoring for Millburn. Lipton with goal number 22 to make it 4-3. And the Millers are back on top here at Morristown-Beard School. Big shove from Andrew Levy. That's the 4th or 5th one that he's dished out. Gets to stay on the field, but the infraction is called. Millburn takes possession back, now with a 1-goal lead, a chance to make it 2. And the Millers just staying tough here in the first couple quarters. Crimson playing well. Millburn hanging around. Now a chance for a multi-goal lead. As we've reached the final couple minutes here in the first half. Ethan Shapiro. Back up top, Jesse Schwartz. Schwartz takes a shove, and his momentum forces him behind. It's Zach Lipton fighting with Guida. Timeout. Millburn. 1:15 to go. 4-3 the score. We'll take a quick audio break here on Play by Play Productions. Final 1:15 of the first half between Morristown-Beard and Millburn. 4-3, Millburn leads and has possession. Looking for 2 goals in a row. Zach Lipton scoring the most recent goal for the Millburn Millers. It's Dylan Anow for Shapiro. Good play developed, but Charlie Gibbs up to the task again. Gibbs makes the save, moves it upfield for Pearson Baum. Knocked out of the stick, and here's Rosenberg. Lipton spins out of pressure. Here comes a flag, and the whistle will blow against Morristown-Beard. Millburn with Zach Lipton drawing the flag. And another man-up opportunity here for Millburn with 43 seconds left. The chance for the Millers to go up by 2 goals. Heading into the halftime break. Lipton lurking near side, goal line extended to the right of goaltender Charlie Gibbs. Ethan Shapiro on the ball. 8 goals on the year for Shapiro. Zach Ivanchik running the offense at the point here. Now Lipton. Back to Shapiro. And off a screen, Ivanchik. Rabinowitz in the game as well for Millburn. Under 20 seconds left. Millburn pitching in, and that one went off of multiple posts. No signal from the referee. Did it stay in or not? I don't think that ball went in. Now they're going to call it a goal. Late call, and the referee now signals goal for Sid Rabinowitz. No argument from the goaltender in Charlie Gibbs. But with 11 seconds left, Millburn takes the 5-3 lead. Millburn taking advantage of the extra man opportunity. Sid Rabinowitz back at the faceoff X. Buddy Velastro going to lose the battle to him this time. 5 seconds left. And Millburn looks like they're going to be content with a 2-goal advantage. They'll run out the clock. Strong finish for Millburn in the second quarter. Millburn scores 3 goals in the frame. And it leads Morristown-Beard 5-3 as we head to halftime. We'll be back for the third quarter of play, live here on Play by Play Productions. We welcome you back to Morristown-Beard School here in Morristown, New Jersey. Simon Rosenwasser here on Play-by-Play Productions. And we're glad you're with us as we begin the second half of some good high school lacrosse between Millburn and Morristown-Beard. 5-3, Millburn leads. 3 out of the last 4 goals in the second quarter scored by Millburn, Evenchick, Lipton, and Rabinowitz. All on the board. Still looking for that first multi-goal scorer by either team. For Morristown-Beard, it's Andrew Levy who gets on the board for the Crimson. And we're back. It's Lipton off the pipe to greet us here in the third quarter. Opening seconds in quick action as Mo Baird heads the other way with Will McDonald. McDonald for Tyler Zachary. Makes a man miss, and then it's scooped out of his stick. And the race to the edge won by Millburn's Griffin Geller, the goaltender. Drop ball in the defensive zone, picked up by Millburn. Jack Knechtel with the wheels up the left side. Jack Whitty with Anthony Pallone running with him behind the net all the way around for Jack Whitty. And a reset for Millburn and Dylan now, who was one of the goal scorers for the Millers in the first half. Dylan now launching the offense for the most part. And Charlie Gibbs was a story in the first half. Played well for the Crimson. 4 to 5 solid saves for the Crimson tender. Unsettled here and picked up by Millburn. Moving left to right is Jake Rosenberg. And he'll pass to his left in Zach Evenchick. Opening minutes, it's been all Millburn attacking here in the third quarter. Crimson held a couple of one-goal leads. As the referees will halt play for the moment. Millburn with the 2-goal lead to start the second half, largest of the game, a chance to make it 3. As the Millers work, it's Dylan now. Once again, beginning this offense for Millburn. Finds a man down low, one more cutting, and it's Jack Whitty. Ground ball with some good physical play. The shoulder from now. Morristown-Beard takes over. Jackson Downey took the shot to his chest, and the reset for Will Baum. 3 goals this year for Will Baum. This is Will McDonald. Dominates play between the restraining lines. A junior with a couple goals this season. He's got 36 ground balls. Number 13, the long stick midi for the Crimson. Here's a shot and a save by Millburn and Griffin Geller. Wide angle to the right, and it is easily stood aside by Millburn. Here come the Millers on the run the other way, and it will find its way into the net. Score for Millburn. Evenchick launched it in the vicinity, went off a couple of Mo Baird defenders and in. 6-3 Millburn. If it's Evenchick's goal, it's his second of the game. So 3 minutes into the third quarter is where we get our first goal of the second half. And Evenchick now with 11 goals on the season. At the very least, it's an assist, which would make it 13 assists on the season for the Millburn senior. And all of a sudden, it's the Millers who are doubling up the Crimson here in the third. Millburn looking for more. Fishkin's pass down low, backed up by Mo Baird, and we'll see if the Crimson can get a sustained attack here and get back into the scoring column. Trying to take some of the momentum ripped away by Millburn at the end of the second quarter and brought into the third quarter for the team in black. Mo Baird working their way with the clear. Nick Johnson able to find his open man. And now Tartaglione deep in the far corner. James Geller guards him there. Tartaglione spins the other way. Geller still with him. Tartaglione for Johnson. And the pace slowed as Max Messino gets into the fray and comes in offensively to camp out in the middle. David Stolberger around for Tartaglione. Mo Baird, their first good sustained offensive possession here of the third quarter, and they want to make sure that they get a good shot off. Nick Johnson pivoting. Help D from Jack Fishkind. Tartaglione. Eyes across the way for Tyler Zachary. Down low, a spin, a shot, and it wouldn't get through. And the loose ball finally picked up by the goaltender in Geller. Good chance there for Morristown-Beard, but strong defense in the end by Millburn to prevent the shot. The delivery was good on the doorstep as Tartaglione causes the turnover. Trying to put the Crimson on the attack. And then Millburn does the same to pick the pocket of Tyler Zachary. So a couple turnovers back and forth. And in the midfield, it's Millburn able to work its way through. Zach Evenchick does well. And it's Evenchick who slows it for Sid Rabinowitz. So the Crimson come up empty. We're under 7 minutes left in the third quarter. And Millburn settles in with a 3-goal advantage. And though you're just up by 3 goals, those possessions, you can afford to really take your time. Though here's a good look on the cutting Jake Fishkin. Couldn't quite connect on the pass, so it's Dante Marinello who picks it up for Mo Baird. And Jacob Schur, who's running for the Crimson, shoots low, and it's gobbled up by Geller. Outlet passes. Dylan now is by himself in the midfield. And Millburn, though they could have pressed the issue with numbers, decide to slow it up again. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Dylan now, been the now show for quite a good portion of this one. Ball's been in his stick probably more than any other Millburn player. Here's a shot from Jack Whitty. Backed up by Zach Lipton. And now Ethan Shapiro spins off Messino. He shoots, and it goes off the side of the net. Saw the twine tingle there a little bit. Morristown-Beard on the clear, though, turns it over. Fresh legs on for both teams. We're under 5 now in the quarter. Another good save by Gibbs. Shot came from now, and now the Crimson clearing. Courtesy of Pearson Baum, senior defender. Here's Max Messino, the junior. It goes off of his stick, and another turnover as Mo Baird has been unable to sustain possession their last couple. Been riding Millburn tough, though, and they're going to force another turnover here. So neither team really settling in to a long possession here in the third quarter, as the defensive intensity is picked up on both sides here in the third. It's an important one here for Morristown-Beard. Had a couple of good shots, but Griffin Geller with very few rebounds, especially here in the third quarter. It's also helped to quell the Crimson. Jackson Downey with the ball in his stick. He'll play it across Wilbaum. And here's Andrew Levy, first goal scorer for Morristown-Beard. Tartaglione also has one of the Crimson goals. Tartaglione looks for more, and his shot is well over the cage, but backed up by Mo Baird. Ground ball fought for by Jackson Downey. And Millburn, well, the story really recently has been the tough defensive formula here for this Millburn squad. It's good offense by Morristown-Beard, but in the end, a contested shot. And in the unsettled situations, it's been Millburn who's picked up more of the ground balls, especially over the last 15 or so minutes of gameplay. Most of the goals came in a very short period during that second quarter. Millburn scored at the 4:32 mark, and there were 4 goals scored between the 4:32 mark and the 2:15 mark of that second quarter. Had some timeouts in there as well, so the coaches were able to dial up what they wanted. Another save by Gibbs. Charlie Gibbs keeping Morristown-Beard in the game here in the third. They would love a goal to grab some momentum into the fourth. Now, this is a tough squad to face on senior day, this Mo Baird Crimson team. Under 2 to play. Crimson have the ball. Goalie's going to get involved here. Charlie Gibbs to the near side, Pearson Baum. Pearson Baum using his body as the ball was knocked out of his stick. Another ground ball. And that's a battle being won by Millburn more times than not. They're going to try to turn it into some offense. Jack Knechtel in the fray for Millburn. And the midi comes off for a rest in the final minute. And Millburn can salt away as much as this clock as they want here at the end of the third quarter. Zach Lipton behind the net. The yell from the sideline, where Brian Roth and Mike Gilligan, the head coaches for Millburn, are standing. The yell from the sideline is "We have time." And the actions from Dylan now indicate that Millburn got the message, wasting the time at the end here of the third quarter. Still with the 3-goal lead, but now looking for more. Here's the shot and another save from Gibbs. Strong shot from Evenchick. Gibbs up to the task. Long pass ahead. Tartaglione fights for the ground ball. Instead, it's Millburn. And a strong check at midfield will just about do it for the half. For the third quarter, I should say. The score is Millburn 6, Morristown-Beard 3 at the end of 3. Here on Play by Play Productions. One more quarter to go here from Morristown-Beard School. We welcome you back here to Morristown-Beard School, where the score is 6-3. Morristown-Beard trailing Millburn and a New Jersey lacrosse battle. Both teams in the NJILL. And a lot of the teams, these two teams, play a lot of the same opponents. As we look at the Morristown-Beard upcoming schedule, Princeton Day, as part of the prep tournament, is next for the Crimson. Delaware Valley, Oratory Prep on the 29th, and Lenape Valley, some of the upcoming names on the Crimson schedule. Face off to start the fourth quarter. Only one goal scored in the third quarter, and it was a weird-looking one, too, for Millburn. Zach Evenchick getting credit for it, his second on the game. Dating back to the second quarter, that's 3 goals in a row scored by Millburn. And 5 of the last 6 scored by the Millers. After the Crimson did have a 2-1 lead at one point. We're playing here in the fourth quarter, and the whistle goes in favor of Millburn. So just like the end of the third quarter, Millburn patient here to start the fourth. Dylan now scored his 9th goal of the season earlier in the contest. Buddy Velastro is up guarding him. Now left side, it's Sid Rabinowitz. And trapped by Charlie Gibbs. See if Mo Baird can clear successfully. That's been where Millburn has really taken advantage here in the second half. Taking control of those 50-50 balls. Here's another one. Oh, what a big hit right at that Morristown-Beard logo is going to draw a couple yellow flags. Charlie Guida, a relentless defender, captain of this Morristown-Beard team. A fierce arsenal of checks, according to Kevin Meaney. And Charlie Guida showing one of those checks there, though he'll have to take a kneel and be a spectator over the next 90 seconds. As the Crimson are a man down. Charlie Guido, one of the anchors of this Morristown-Beard School defense. And here come the Crimson on the cause turnover. Pearson Baum, the crowd asking for the Crimson to try to work with some numbers. Here comes a flag, so Morristown-Beard going to draw a penalty against Millburn. Big spot in the game, down by 3 goals. Not a ton of time down by 3 with how long each team in Millburn has been taking offensively. And a ground ball picked up by Millburn here is going to welcome the whistle. And we're back to even strength as Charlie Guido will be joined in the sin bin. Guilty party for Millburn, Jake Rosenberg, the senior. So a little bit of extra space out there as Millburn will defend with just 10 minutes left on the dot here in the fourth quarter. In the stick of Brendan Tartaglione. Andrew Levy and Tartaglione, first two to touch it here after the whistle. And now Will Baum. Back in comes Charlie Guida. Man up for Morristown-Beard. Levy for Stolberger. Tartaglione, good pass. Here's the shot. It goes wide, but backed up by Guida. Shot came from Stolberger. Still not much given up by this Millburn defense. Credit the coaching staff for Millburn. Shooting lanes just haven't been there for Morristown-Beard. It has not been easy. Even a man up. It's Levy for Tartaglione, trying to spin it off the ground, looking far post. It's once again backed up by Mo Baird, but the time winding down on the Jake Rosenberg infraction, and Millburn ready to go full strength. Will Baum restarts. First 3 minutes here of the fourth quarter. Rebound of the shot comes down to Mo Baird and Stolberger. One more for Levy. He takes a shove. And the whistle blown. Here comes a flag, I believe against Millburn. So just as the one infraction was expiring, it's Andrew Levy who draws another against Millburn. Levy had to be careful because he did react as well, and I'm wondering if the referee is going to penalize Levy. It looks like he is going to for the reaction as well. So it might have been an infraction and a man-up opportunity for Morristown-Beard. Instead, it'll be offsetting penalties, and Millburn will kneel as well as Morristown-Beard. Or maybe not. Now that I'm looking, it looks like it's just Levy who's serving for the penalty. So it's Millburn with a 3-goal lead and an advantage and a chance for more. So it's Millburn on the attack. Dylan on now. Ethan Shapiro, and slowed by Jake Fishkin. He was the first goal scorer of the game for Millburn. Good ball movement from Millburn. It's Shapiro, one more, down low, scored, even chick. As Millburn takes a 7-3 lead. So that's 4 goals unanswered scored by Millburn, since it was 3-3 in the second quarter. That was Tartaglione who tied it up for Morristown-Beard. That was the last goal scored by the Crimson. As Millburn has taken control, they take advantage of the extra man opportunity, and now will be the beneficiary of this call against Buddy Velastro. Sid Rabinowitz looking for a man on the far doorstep. And it's Zach Lipton. Charlie Guida chopping at him. Lipton comes out of there. Lipton working himself into traffic. And it's Mo Baird on the charge. Out of it, Jackson Downey. Gonna move defense to offense for the Crimson. Will Baum turns upfield. Timeout. Morristown-Beard School. 7-3, 7:22 left in the fourth quarter. And let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Millburn. Cranford, Columbia, Hillsborough, and Delaware Valley on the docket for the Millburn Millers. Team 6-1, looking to go to 7-1. Quite an early part of the season for Millburn. And try to improve to 6-1 in conference. And goals today from all across the roster, though Evenchick with the goals recently. Fishkin, Anow, Evenchick, Lipton, your goal scorers, and Evenchick with 3 as my count would have it. It's the unofficial tally. With 7:22 left. Crimson still with time, though every possession, a goal becomes more and more a necessity as the Crimson try to work themselves back. Behind key senior leadership of Dante Marinello, Charlie Guida, and Will Baum. Team always looking to play with poise and confidence, especially on the offensive side. And the Crimson, out of the timeout, will look to show that. Morristown-Beard will have possession. I believe it's Tartaglione, and it is who begins after the whistle. Even strength, full strength for each team. Final minutes of the fourth quarter. A little more than halfway done the frame. A little less than halfway done, I should say. 12-minute quarters. Used to those college 15s. Behind the net, it's Stolberger. Looking for goal number 10 on the season. And Stolberger with the turnaround. Good attack, but couldn't quite put the finishing touch on the turnaround shot. Back up from Tyler Zachary, and he'll resume the possession for the Crimson. Connor Atkins and now Tartaglione. Stolberger spinning. Interesting way to get a pass away. Tartaglione's going to chase it down and keep it in the field of play as the clock ticks just over 6 minutes. Just one off-cage shot in the possession for Morristown-Beard. Down by 4 goals. Here comes Tartaglione, bodying his man and putting on a shot right into the stick of Griffin Geller. Tartaglione with a little shove well after a play. Crimson showing some physicalness. But Millburn without a rebound from their goaltender and Geller, and now possessed with a 4-goal lead. Millburn firmly in control. Starting at the defensive end for this Roth and Gilligan coach teams. Rabinowitz. Sid Rabinowitz stops his momentum, now dishes down low. The score for Millburn and Jesse Schwartz. Rabinowitz to Schwartz. Millburn leads 8-3. So we go back to the face-off X where Rabinowitz, who just dished on the last goal, will now battle at X. Rabinowitz scored at the end of the second quarter for Millburn as well in this game, and he's done well at X. He's got a new man in there against him, and he defeats Charlie Guida, coming in over a 70% face-off win for Rabinowitz. And it's been a big part of the game. Talk about the ground balls in the field of play and during regulation play that Millburn is winning. But the 50-50 battles at the face-off X as well. There's another goal, and it's Jake Fishkin, his second of the game. 9-3. That's 6 goals in a row since it was tied up. And Millburn still rolling here. Millburn the only team to score here in the second half. Morristown-Beard held scoreless since 3:36 left in the second quarter. Here come the Crimson on the attack. And it's well wide of Griffin Geller and the Millburn net. One and done. And Millburn takes its possession back. James Geller playing catch with Griffin Geller. Zach Evenchick up the left side. Zach Evenchick shaking and baking and slowing things down. Little pressure here coming from Jacob Schur, trying to speed up Evenchick, who just wants to run little sprints back and forth. Now it's Evenchick, gets by Schur. The help defense comes from Charlie Guida. And now Alex Wilk around the way and behind for Zach Lipton. Keep away time for Millburn. It's been a game they've been playing within the game over the last couple quarters. Smart possessions from this Millburn squad. A shot comes on and Gibbs makes the save. Gibbs has played well, but too much attack coming from this Millburn side. Here come the Crimson with Pearson Baum. You're going to say offsides. And the turnover against Mo Baird as we've reached the final few minutes. And Millburn takes possession back. Dylan now. With Will Baum on him. Flag comes in against Will Baum. That's a little love tap that's going to draw the flag. And so an advantage for Millburn. Next whistle, and Baird will have another man sitting. So Millburn will just try to keep possession as long as they can before that's the case. It's Ethan Shapiro. Now. Sid Rabinowitz weaving through, scoring low. Millburn 10-3. Second goal of the game for Rabinowitz. An assist as well. What a game for Sid. 7 goals now on the season. Been doing it at the Face-Off X as well, as he has throughout the year. But now with 150 left here in quarter number 4. That's 7 goals in a row for Millburn. And Morristown-Beard, to add insult to injury, will have a man down now in Will Baum. Timeout called with 1:40 left. 10-3, Millburn leads. Take a quick audio break. Come back for the final moments of this one. Final minutes of this battle between Morristown-Beard and Millburn. 10-3 the score. Baird playing a man down. As Millburn has taken control. Good stick from Guida. The Crimson unable to pick possession back up. So it's Zach Lipton behind for Sid Rabinowitz. Even Chick, one more for Fishkin. And more possession here for Millburn. Been a methodical win for this Millburn side. 7-1 they'll improve to. With Baird dropping to 2-6 overall, 2-3 in the division. The NJILL Bianchi division, where both Baird and Millburn do battle. Here comes Millburn on the run. And Dylan now, defended by Charlie Gibbs between the pipes for the Crimson. With 20 seconds left, we'll see if Mo Baird can get one final chance at a goal. Loose ball picked up by Millburn. And then Will McDonald with the steal here, and the whistle comes with 2 seconds left. Referees are going to call it there. The final 10-3. Millburn wins. They swarm the goaltender in Griffin Geller, who was stellar. And Millburn improves to 7-1. Millburn shutting out Morristown-Beard in the second half. The last goal for the Crimson came with 3:36 left in the second quarter. So Millburn finishes the game on a 7-goal run. Big win for Millburn. Morristown-Beard on senior day will look for better things ahead. The Crimson will take on Princeton Day School in the Prep B tournament. And so still many things to try to achieve this year for the Crimson. Tough Millburn side. And Morristown-Beard will certainly learn a lot. Good to see the seniors honored before the game here at Morristown-Beard School. I want to thank our crew here on Play by Play Productions. But there's the Millburn Millers winners here in this one. 7-1 they are now in the standings. And the final 10-3, Millers over Crimson. So for Ethan Carpenter, our director, I'm Simon Rosenwasser saying so long from Morristown-Beard. This has been a presentation of Play by Play Productions.